So today I'm going to do just a quick flip through of my classroom and how I decorated it for Alice in Wonderland. But since I'm sharing about the Alice in Wonderland decorations, might as well share a little bit of our classroom and the layout. So the focal point for our class is this huge chalkboard in here that oddly enough I hardly ever actually use, but I always put stuff on top of it. So I actually hardly use it for chalk, but I'm always using it as just like a focal point. So it's the weirdest thing. I have a chalkboard, but I don't actually use it as a chalkboard. And then we have this table in here, and this table I got from IKEA. It's actually a kitchen table, and it has benches, and I have our layout here for school today. We're going to be working on some rap lyrics and identifying them for the figurative language: simile, metaphor, hyperbole, alliteration, onomatopoeia. And so we have that. This is where I sit, usually right over here. And then each child has one side. So one side for one child, one side for the other one. And then they each have their own like little spinny carousel that they have. And I have this catch-all area in here for our curriculum, books, resources, that type of thing. Little bookshelf there, our classroom bookshelf, and in here I've pretty much organized it according to what we are learning about this year. And the bottom two shelves are on that's my to be read shelf. I have some Alice in Wonderland decorations in here. I have my Jack and Link stuff. I store my mini writables in there. I have more storage for my mini writables in there. That is Mickey. We have some cozy little cushions in here, and we have this space in here that we do a lot of read alouds, or if the boys just want to stretch out and do their schoolwork here, that's where they do it. I have just a bunch of little catch-all areas in here for us to store our stuff, our dry erase boards in there, some more Jack and Link stuff. I have their cubbies where they store the majority of their work that they're going to be doing that day. And in here is my section. I have my planner and I have things. I just have a piece of paper in there protecting it from the sun, because you know the sun can like bleach out the paper. So I have my materials in here, my teacher guides, my books, the read alouds that we're going to be doing. I have that in here. And I have some decoration. It gets so bright in here that I have to put in some like packaging paper up here just to block some of the light, because in the morning it tends to come in right there in that corner, and in the afternoon. And then I picked this up at a handmade shop a couple years ago, and I just think it's so cool. Anyway, that's our class. And then we have a working timeline over here and more storage in here that I have. And that's pretty much it. Oh, more storage over here. It's a little messy though. Little messy. But that is the classroom. Let me know if you guys have any questions. By the way, any questions that you have on like the Alice in Wonderland decorations, like this over here, any of the stuff I use for the ceiling, the signs over there. So the signs, the cards over there, any of that kind of stuff. Actually, as a matter of fact, almost anything, any like decoration, I do have an Amazon shop, so you can check it out there. Not everything, obviously, that I have in here is gonna fit over there, like in Amazon, but books and classroom decor and like things like that usually is. And so I will link that down in the description for you guys to check out. So if you're interested in that, in the table runner, in things of that sort, I will link it. And as always, Jack and Link, if you look at my main bio page, all my Jack and Link, www.jackandlink.com is all our resources that we use. All right, bye guys.